So recently you might have seen a whole lot of Indian apps being thrown at us as an alternative for popular apps like Koo for Twitter, Digibox for Google Drive, Sandesh by the Indian government for WhatsApp, Roposo for TikTok or Reels, Leher for Clubhouse, GeoMeet for Google Meet or Zoom, 4G for PUBG, and Kagaz for Cam Scanner. Now we all are up for Indian app, I'm sure you are as well, but the question that has to be asked is, what are these Indian apps? Or more importantly, should you replace them with the popular apps? Well, this is Pradeep from TechWiser.com and I tried all these Indian apps for a week. But before we get to that, we upload tech videos thrice a week, and if you want to stay wiser, make sure you subscribe to TechWiser and hit the bell icon as well. Let's go. So first up we have Koo, which is founded by Apremya Radhakrishnan. Sorry if I got the pronunciation wrong. It's a local app alternative for Twitter. Now if you see, first up you have to sign up in the app, select a language because Koo is designed for Indian users and regional languages. So you have Hindi, Malayalam, Telugu, Tamil, etc. So I know Hindi and English, let's keep that, and nice, my feed is now in Hindi. Chalo, we'll change it to English, and now the screen looks more like Twitter. You have an extra tab which shows a trending hashtag which is equally as good as Twitter. I don't follow anyone, but I have one follower. Nice. Although my feed isn't as rich as Twitter, which is understandable since Koo doesn't have as many users yet, but I notice there's this unusual stutter or lag when I scroll through the app. It doesn't happen with Twitter for sure. Okay, so now you know Koo. Should you join Koo? Well, the main reason to use Twitter is to either call out companies about problems you have or get news the fastest. So in that terms, it all depends on what authorities are on Koo. So for example, Delhi Police or ANI, for me, they make announcement and news the fastest. Let's see. Okay, both of them don't exist on Koo. We'll talk about all that in the end. Hold on. Next up, there is another social media app. It's called Roposo, which is TikTok alternative or Instagram Reels, the new TikTok. I'm not saying that, the watermarks on Reels do. So I've not been a TikTok user, but the best thing about TikTok is the recommendations and how effortlessly you can watch content. The next video is just a swipe away. Okay, first up, language. I have to enter a mobile number and there's no skip option. Hold on. At this moment, let me open TikTok on the browser, of course, using a VPN. If you see, I have not signed up to TikTok and I can still watch videos. Same is with YouTube. It asks you to sign in only when you want to comment or like a video, not watch the video. So suppose you're new to this channel and the moment you open this video, I tell you subscribe to TechWiser, which you should by the way. But if that's the first thing that comes out of my mouth in the video, it's annoying. Show your value first, and if it's good, people will sign up. But okay, I have my cell number. Again, these pop-ups, you can't scare away a new user. So the interface overall is good, and again, there's a pop-up. By the way, Glance, the company which owns Roposo, is going to buy TikTok India. After all that, should you use Roposo? Well, we'll get to that, or all of it, in a moment. Before, let's quickly jump to Leher. This had a really good interface. I didn't find any bugs, and Leher is an Indian Android alternative for Clubhouse. In case you don't know, Clubhouse is a popular iOS app where you have small public meeting. For example, suppose a group of 4 or 5 people are talking in the street corner. You can just go ahead, join them, listen to them, or even talk to them. But in Clubhouse, those 4 to 5 people happen to be Elon Musk or Naval or YouTube tech heads and all that. Bigger people and accessible. Leher hasn't burst into the scene like Clubhouse, but it's usable. It also allows video along with audio, and the UI was on point and good. So this was one of the few apps in this list that worked flawlessly and I couldn't find any bugs. So the next app is Digibox. Digibox is a Google Drive alternative that is much cheaper, and as you might have heard, it's not a government app. Digibox is a private company founded by Arnab Mitra. Now, the main selling point is the servers of Digibox are in India as per Digibox, and it costs very less than Google Drive. To give you a perspective, Google Drive costs roughly 650 rupees per month, whereas Digibox for the same 2 TB data costs only 30 rupees per month. The pricing is 20 times cheaper, and we personally use Google Drive paid storage, and even we were tempted to shift to Digibox because obviously it's cheap. So I tried the Digibox free version to get the idea of the whole thing. First thing, you can drag and drop multiple files, but you cannot drag and drop a folder, which is a bummer. It works with Google Drive if you see. Also, it doesn't let me upload PSDs, which is a huge letdown for me. I mean, PSDs, scripts and all that, I need it. And if I want to share this file with someone, you can enter their email address. They have to be a Digibox user to see or download the file. Google Drive lets you do that without an email ID, but I think it's fine at the moment. There is also an InstaShare option which lets you share files without signing up or anything. You only have to enter your email address and mobile number. And I just don't understand. Why do all these apps need a mobile number? I mean, I do understand why they need it, but stop asking for a mobile number. Email is good enough. Anyways, the file on InstaShare is available for 45 days. This is good if you want to share files with non-Gmail users or just one-time thing. On the security front, Digibox says they do some kind of SSL encryption. Not sure what that is, but to give you perspective, Google Drive gives you 256-bit SSL encryption. But as far as I can see, you can use Digibox as a file sharing platform, but you cannot back up your entire system or important files. I wouldn't personally use it because it doesn't support a lot of file formats like PSDs that I deal with every day. Now, unlike Digibox, Sandesh is an app launched by Indian government. It's from the NIC, National Informatics Center. It is meant for government employees to communicate amongst themselves, but it's also available for the regular public like you and me to download and use. The UI is minimal, kind of like any instant messenger app. Good, I would say. I like that. Now, when I tried video calling or even voice calling Mrinal, it works, but sometimes it just doesn't respond. Either we get disconnected or just can't pick up the call. So this app has some rough edges, but the text messages and file sharing worked flawlessly. I wouldn't recommend you to use this app because I feel it's still beta and a lot of stuff just doesn't work, but you can still download and have a look if you want to. Next up, we have our favorite, JioMeet. It's a video conferencing app. We covered JioMeet when it launched at the beginning. We used the app for almost a month since then, but it had lots of bugs and was exactly a Zoom clone. So we moved on to Google Meet, which was much simpler. Now JioMeet has entirely changed and it has a new interface and color. It's free, unlimited meetings, no 45-minute limit. You get widescreen sharing, meeting password, etc, etc. It basically provides all the Zoom features. The UI is still a bit off, as you can see, like here. If you see more options, it doesn't look like there's option below. So I was searching for a meeting share link for 4-5 minutes and I didn't even realize that I have to scroll down over here to look for more options. And on a daily usage for a week, I noticed that at times it doesn't let you attend meetings or just simply crashes. So yeah, it's still rough. It has a lot to go. And talking about lots to go, we have 4G. It's an alternative to PUBG. Let's be honest, the name gives it all, whatever people might say. It was released on January 26 and was hyped for a long time. 4G, however, in reality is nothing like PUBG. You just have a camping mode with limited controls, no gunshots. So it's more of a video playing where you can interact with the character. The game is yet to release Battle Royale, Deathmatch, all that like PUBG, where you have a team versus another team. But as of now, it's limited and all the hype just didn't deliver. Finally, we have Kagaz, a CamScanner alternative made by IIT alumni right after Indian government banned a bunch of Chinese apps in India, including CamScanner. So Kagaz is made in India app and you kind of see every time you open the app. But basically, the app is more of like click pictures add filters and store your documents. More of like a digital vault rather than a scanner. Now Adobe Scan, which I use on the other hand, lets you do OCR as well. So if you have a handwritten document or even a printed document and you want to convert that into a Word file or PDF, Adobe Scan lets you do that. There's more options as well, but Kagaz has only this one feature of a scanner, and that's the bigger picture with all the Indian alternatives. See, when you are competing with an app that is 8 out of 10 in the market, you will have to provide 9 out of 10 to get their audience. To summarize, some apps have sluggish UI like Koo, Roposo, while some apps lack features compared to their competitors. For example, Kagaz itself lacks OCR, Foji lacks Battle Royale, and sometimes even if the app UI is good and has all the features itself don't work, like we saw in JioMeet and Sandesh. Now, advertisement will get you initial traction, but if you don't deliver, the entire campaign falls off and people get more disappointed. Having said that, I love Indian apps and I want Indian companies to come forward and make more such apps. We guys can make good software for people all over the world, so why not for India as well? We have the biggest IT workforce. And good software is the only pitch that will make these apps popular, nothing else. On that note, this is the list. It's Pradeep signing off. Hey, subscribe to TechVisor, like the video, share it on WhatsApp or Telegram or Signal, whatever you are currently using. See you soon.